Hey, it's Empress Jennifer again. It's October 9th, 2024, and the time is about 7:23 p.m. where I am. Um I just was reflecting on life, on one of my attackers, and how this um pyramid that I've been in with this family, with my past love interests and things of that nature. So I'm purging. I went to the beach and it's been nice. I'm just purging, and a lot of us should probably do that. So people won't try to say, "Oh, well, you did this 20 years ago, 30 years ago." So here it is. Okay, so now while I was married to Kenny Britt, right? Um, Before I knew my family were my stalkers, and hopefully they won't cut the video off so we can go ahead and get the truth so everybody will know this is my truth. This is my story, Empress Jennifer. And so anyway, while married with when I was married to Kenny the first time in my 20s, not the second time, the first time, I was um I was dedicated to him, but if he gave me any bull crap, I would quickly be like, like when he said in the first marriage, "I don't want to be married anymore." I was like, "Okay, bye." And that's how it literally went. I didn't argue about the situation because I'm like, okay, I'm young. You want to go? Goodbye. Anyway, so in the first marriage, as I was, working, I was working odd jobs, but I think that was where I was working. Like I said, I did the Keefe Commissary, and I also, worked in the kitchen part of Department of Juvenile Justice. Um, and that was a different contractor working within the kitchen sector of that government entity. But at any rate, those jobs, it went away for me. It wasn't like I got fired. I just somehow stopped working with the thing. But anyway, so then as jobs wasn't going right, because now that I know what my family was up to, trying to mess up every type of opportunity, or wherever I was working, they would interfere with my employment by either paying these people to do certain things to me. And I'm still yet trying to figure out what happened in my younger years that still hasn't manifested to me. But as I stated before, there was an older guy, I must have been 7, that I remember that broke my virginity, and he was much older, out of high school, as a matter of fact. So anyway, as we're moving forward in my conversation, the first marriage with Kenny, and I spoke to him about it and asked him because I was, in between jobs, and, lo and behold, now I know he was also a part of my gang stalking. He just came there to be a part of the harassment with my family, as if, when he said to me, "I don't want to be married anymore," I was just going to fall apart and just wither away. Anyway, So, and sorry about the blackout because it is dark, you know, so I put up my little shades and things, so you might can see me a little bit and you might not. But anyway, you can hear the sound of my voice, and it's about the message to let, you know, people know, be transparent of who you are, things that people need to know. And in my case, since someone has done a smear campaign, I'm here to shed light because I'm not, um, I don't really have anything to hide, but I am a private person. But because of the circumstances, my is dated. Um, so anyway, when I was in between jobs before I, you know, started a little cleanup service, I had a little cleanup service, and I had like three clients. One was a you know, very nice lady. When I had my janitor cleaning service, cleaning houses. But anyway, that's neither here. Well, that is no longer as well because I then started working in the government entity of the transportation, where I still met, you know, a supervisor from hell, which would be Jocelyn Scott and Carmen Baez. But let's backtrack again. So anyway, the first marriage, while in between employ, I don't know why I asked my husband, and he agreed. Okay, I want to go dance, meaning a stripper, right? And I didn't do that for long because, again, spirits. There was a spirit that was trying to come upon me, and it was uh the and I'm not against I'm not against LGBTQ, but I'm not that type of person. So that spirit, that entity of that spirit of lesbianism was trying to get on me, and further I was like, I don't like this. So I don't even think I did that for I don't even think I did it for a month or even 2 weeks. And it was in the county from where I am from. So, you know, if ever someone ever say, well, remember you did this. Hey, I told you, I ain't the one. I'm very transparent. So these are things that I remember. And so if you ever pop up something else, I'll let you know whether or not that was me or no, that ain't me. Okay. So, anyway, so the husband agreed to it. And like I said, I didn't like that because I felt nasty. I don't know. I mean, I guess some strippers don't feel nasty, but I felt nasty, so I didn't like it. So anyway, and let me see. That's the only job that I actually think I really hated. Yeah, I didn't like that job at all because it was, you know, I don't know, in my opinion, it's degrading. Um, because being a woman, I am so much more than that, and I could do that for to whom I am married to, if I chose to, or if, you know, whatever it is. But to be doing it for random strangers, no. That's just my opinion. Not knocking those who are in that profession. Um, Go ahead and knock yourself out. Just me, it wasn't for me. Just like delivering commissary in the jail wasn't for me. I felt certain spirits. And no, when I say there was a certain spirit of lesbianism that was trying to attach itself on me, no, I don't go there. Won't go there. I'm not into women. So cancel that. We're not trying that. So no. Okay. Um And so I think that's about it. Let me see that I can think of, other than, the family and them putting cameras in just about all my homes, or the husband's allowing that, or the husband allowing that to go on in the home, to put cameras in the house to be tracking me and monitoring me. Um, yeah, that's what I can think of at this particular point. Um, but again, I was like, I think when he and I first got married, I was like 24. And so, and mind you, I don't do drugs, and I probably was dabbling in drinking, but I don't drink where I'm drunk, because once I start feeling impaired, I slow it down, because I like to be in control of myself. I like to be able to decide and make decisions appropriately, even though I might be slightly impaired. So I will slow it down. I was never, oh, give me another one after I done had 3 or 4 or 5 drinks. No, I don't. When I did drink, I don't drink like that. When I get slightly impaired, it's time for me to stop. If I'm out at a club, then I need to go dance it off. Meaning, not at a strip club, but just get on the dance floor and dance it off. Because I do not like to be outside of myself where something else is controlling me. Like now, that's why it is imperative that Sandra get it in her thick head that I am very much grown. Whatever spell work you have put on me, it is and has wore off. Like I said, I'm still trying to remember the childhood part of it. That part still have not become clear to me. But as far as you trying to control me, or do things that trigger me, and like I say, if the Most High wants me to know that part, I am very much confident that he will reveal that to me. So I say this to say, I say that to say this. Anybody who, don't necessarily like to be a stripper, because all strippers, I'm sure, don't like to be strippers. Some of them are out there, trying to make money for their children or something to that effect. And like I said, I'm not knocking it. I just don't like it, because there was unclean spirits that was trying to attach itself to me. And I was like, oh, no, 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 no. So I guess, the Holy Spirit has always been with me, and it slows me down to say, no, this is not for you. This is not where you're supposed to be. So, which is a good thing. I mean, dancing is a beautiful thing. Not that type, at least not for me, not that type of dancing. But I do like to dance, but not be a stripper. So let's differentiate the dancing, okay? And with knowing that my family does spell work, knowing that the ex-husband who is still stalking me, the one that I married twice like a idiot, but again, that spell worked before I knew that my family was actually my enemies, and have been talking to all of my exes to come into my life to try to ruin it, so that Sandra can continue to get money that is not hers, but it is very much mine. So whomever that parent was that confided in you or not, or maybe you killed them, I don't know. If they told you that I was supposed to have something at a certain time, then you should have given it to me. But no, instead, when I was trying to just find some type of hope, find some type of peace, you attach a spirit of, I don't know what you want to call it, chaos or lack, where, I just wanted to run away from the house, from you all, because I was like, I don't want to be here. I'm not comfortable here. I need to get away from you because it's just not working. But yet I'm too young to, really care for myself or get a place of my own. So I just run away from you, because I don't like being entrapped. I'm not an animal. I'm not a wild animal that needs to be trapped, enclosed. Just like I don't like being stagnated, being prohibited from my assets that you have stolen from me. And that's why it was so easy, Kenny, when you said, I don't feel like I want to be married anymore. But you thought I was just going to fall to pieces. Now, mind you, people, the second marriage, I was a little bit more religious. I wouldn't say religious. I was still spiritual, but not as much spiritual. I was more religious. And so when, Kenny started acting funny in the marriage, it did kind of touch me a little bit. And so when he abandoned me, like I said, it did touch me, but he left. I didn't go look for him. But before he left, did we get into it? Yes, we did. Because I didn't. I should have just let him leave like he left the first marriage. But it's okay because he still left and I still went my way. So I thought, but yet he still want to be in my energy. And it's like, no, you need to go. You need to leave me alone. You and whoever you are with, if you are also stealing my assets, I need for you to let it go because it's not yours. You are stealing from me. We are no longer married. And if we were married, it still is not yours.